Good morning! We're here at the Colorado River Trailhead. And this is on the west side of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, we're going to go for Lake of the Clouds. It's up in the Never Summer Mountains. And I believe we're looking at close to 7 miles and well over a 2,000 foot elevation gain. Official start time, 6:52. And it is a little chilly out here. And after a half mile, we're up here to the first trail split. And we're going to stay to the left. According to my map, we're looking at 3.1 miles up to the Grand Ditch Road. And this is going to be Hell's Hip Pocket. I think we're crossing the Colorado River right here. Pretty sure. It's pretty chilly walking through Hell's Hip Pocket. In my mind, I thought it would be a little warmer through here. Well, much to my surprise, Hell's Hip Pocket is incredibly scenic. I'm shocked. If this is what hell is like, well, you can sign me up. It has got a bad rap for some reason, but this is incredibly beautiful. Hell's Hip Pocket, baby. We're in the pocket. You guys are probably like, shut up about Hell's Hip Pocket, will you? Just do the hike. This trail is really nice. I wonder who put all these steps in. Could it be Satan? That is a terrible church lady impression. This is kind of hellish though. I'm a little winded. The sun is just now popping up over the mountains. And as soon as it does, boy, it gets warm out here. We've already stopped a few times to take some layers off. This is a beautiful day. We got another one. We finally hit a bit of a flat section up here. Whew! We've been screaming up this thing. I'd say we're probably a little under 9,500 right now. And I believe the Grand Ditch Road is floating along up there at about 10,200. So we got a little ways to go. I'm really enjoying it though. This is a magnificent day. Unbelievable so far. This is a really beautiful trail up here. And you're not gonna see too many people on it either. And look at this weird tree. Looks like somebody topped it. We were just hiking along and heard some elk up ahead. We hit this nice lookout up here. And it's just a really beautiful day. Perfect blue sky so far. But it looks like we are going to have a little bit of a downhill, as we still have a little ways to go to get up to the Grand Ditch Road. We've been coming downhill for a minute. It wasn't too bad, but I believe we're going to bottom out here at the water and probably start going back up. I could be wrong. just like that, we're gonna start going back uphill again. And we have almost completed the Hell's Hip Pocket section of this hike. It just goes straight up here at the end, just before we connect with the Grand Ditch Road. Whew. And so far, the mileage matches up with my map exactly. We're right at 3.6. All right, and we're up here. This is the Grand Ditch Road, and this took us 2 hours.
Woo.
Nice.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, that's looking back in the direction of Red Mountain. And you can also see Mount Nimbus up there as well. So we're gonna head off to the right, and this will be in a northerly direction. And this is gonna be the most relaxing part of the hike. We're looking at about 1.7 miles. And if you have to hike on a road, this is the one you wanna be on. This is really great up here because it floats along at like 10,200 feet. So you get really great views. And check that out. Look at how far off the route is from the preloaded map on the GPS. And that's why I say you can never really truly base everything off the GPS routes, because sometimes they are off. But honestly, I'm surprised the GPS worked at all, seeing as we were in Hell's Hip Pocket. I didn't think any electronic devices were going to work at all. And we're coming around to our gulch. It's gonna be right there in front of us. But I think we've still got about another half mile until the next split. And as we approach our gulch, that's looking up at Lead Mountain off to the left. And my GPS is not naming the one to the right. However, I think that's Jiffy Pop Peak. The other name for it is like Cloud View Peak or something like that. This is starting to get awesome up here. And it looks like we've got a truck. All right, guys, we've been hiking for about 2 hours and 50 minutes, and we are done with the Grand Ditch Road section of the hike. And we're now going to split off for the last 1.3 miles and take it on up about another 1,200 vertical feet up to Lake of the Clouds. I'm thinking we're going to do this in about 4 hours. That's pretty good. And there it is, Lake of the Clouds, dead ahead. Looks like another 1.3 miles. And so far, my GPS is matching the map exactly. When we arrived at that spot, we were at about 5.2, 5.3 miles. We're just making our way through the gulch. And this is really pretty through here. It's been pretty steep up to this point. Yeah, but I guess that's what you get when you have like 1,200 vertical feet in only 1.3 miles. It's gonna go up. And it's really starting to open up here. This is fantastic. However, we're still looking at like almost 1,000 feet of vertical gain. We're at about 10,500 right now, and we've got to go up over 11,400. It's starting to get pretty wild up here. I don't think too many people hike up to this area, to be honest. All right, guys, we've come up maybe 8 or 9/10 of a mile from the Grand Ditch Road, and we have made it up here to the Dutchtown campsite. And the sign back at the split was wrong. It said that the campsite was 1.3 miles up, which it's not, it's less than a mile. It's the Lake of Clouds that is 1.3 miles. Yeah, I don't think this trail sees a lot of foot traffic. This thing's like overgrown. This Lake of the Clouds is going to be really difficult. It's way up there on that upper shelf. And I don't see any kind of easy way to get up there either. Oh man, we're so close. I'm having serious doubts right now, folks. We just ran into a ton of rocks. And this is what we're looking at right now. The rest of this is not going to be easy at all. It's literally 100% rocks. We still need to make it up here somehow. The lake is up there. We're gonna keep going until we can't go anymore. But this looks hard. This reminds me of that Mount Alice southeast slope. Just a sea of rocks. We're still following the cairns. And then there's a little bit of a trail out here. I mean, this is a marked feature. They got it on the sign down there. You'd think there'd be somewhat of a trail going up there. So like I said, we're just gonna keep going and see what lies ahead. If we have to turn around, we'll turn around. Man, this looks rough. Good Lord. It's literally right up there, like 2/10 of a mile away, but still close to 500 vertical feet, and it's all rocks. So I don't know if we're gonna get that or not. I'm really thinking about just cutting our losses right here and turning around. And this is pretty crazy, y'all. We're just like climbing up these rocks. I'm going with the shoulder mount right now because I need my hands. And this is just getting really hard here at the end. Come on. We're just continuing to plow up the side of this, and it's just getting real sketchy. I mean, we're gonna have to come back down through all this later. That's what we have left. I'm gonna guess probably a little under 300 vertical feet. We just passed 4 park rangers who were on the way down. They were up here doing some tests or something. I'm not sure. They told me, but I really wasn't listening. I was too worried about getting up this thing. Wow. Okay. We're on the upper level here. One more little shelf to go. All right. She's almost up. Probably the most difficult part. This is a straight climb. Nice job. Oh, there went the Karen. Woo! All right. And this is all we got left. We're looking at about 1/10 of a mile and 150 vertical feet up to the Lake of Clouds. It's just right up there somewhere. This is some slow moving up here, but we're gonna get it. We're like 400 feet away. We're within feet now. Yes. We're on the home stretch. Literally, it is so close now. And this is no joke, guys. This is a hard hike. I know my mom's done some hard ones before, but she's earning her street cred today, for sure. This is difficult. We're gonna get this, guys. We're super close now. I mean, we are so close. It's literally right here. We're approaching noon, so we've been out here for almost 5 hours, and the lake is literally right behind me. We're gonna make it. And this is it. This is gonna be the very final part. The lake is gonna be just on the other side of those rocks. I don't think I've ever been so excited to see a lake before, but I am pumped for this one. This was tough. All right, let's check it out. And there it is. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Look at the color of that water. Oh, wow. It's just now 11:58, which means that took a little over 5 hours to get up here. This is the view from our spot. Sitting here chilling. I just ate some crackers. We're gonna sit up here for about 30 minutes or so, but as soon as the clock strikes 12:30, we need to start heading back. This is the Lake of the Clouds, but there are no clouds today. We don't have to worry about rain, thunder, lightning, nothing. We can just sit up here and enjoy the day. All right, guys. It's close to 12:30 right now, and the wind is really starting to pick up. Not to mention we have probably a 4+ hour hike back. So it is time to go. It's time to head on back. And we're about ready to start going straight down this thing. It's gonna be pretty rough, but it'll be easier than coming up. We're doing this. We've just gotta knock out this section right here. And this is probably the worst. Getting up this is hard, but it's not impossible. And it just looks overwhelming when you look at it as a, an overall hike. You're like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna get up there? But if you just keep moving, and just take it section by section, it's really not too bad. And you will make it up. And we're just about off the really steep section. And what we're gonna do next is just head straight on out right here, jump on that little grassy section, take it on around to the trees, and then that's where we should pick the trail back up. This took us just over 30 minutes to get down here, which is pretty awesome, making good time. All right, and we're back on the little grassy section. Fantastic. There are a few ways you can go up and down this rocky section right here. And let me tell you guys, we're nailing it. We're like minimizing the up and down, pretty much just going down. We're not going out of the way at all. Yeah, we're doing this good. I can't believe we just did that. That was awesome. And I'm really glad we didn't stop and turn around, because I was really considering it. I didn't want anybody to fall down and get hurt up here. I just didn't know if it was going to be worth it or not. But we made it, and it was worth it. And we're just about out of it. That really wasn't too bad coming down. And all right, we have made it back down to the beginning of the trail. This took us just under an hour from the summit. I cannot explain how nice of a day this is out here. It's just perfect. Just a slight little wind, just to keep you cool. But yeah, we're loving it. It's fantastic. After hiking around on those rocks for like 3 hours, this trail is a piece of cake. So easy. And check that out. Looks like I found another tooth, maybe. I'm not really sure. I guess that could be a claw. It is kind of hollowed out. All right, we're back to the Grand Ditch Road. And this is gonna be nice and flat for the next 1.7 miles. Although it's gonna be a bit of a grind. And it looks like it's gonna be pretty hot too. I don't see any shade up here. Oh yeah, it's toasty. That's looking over to Specimen Mountain. Amazing clarity today. We're just floating along this Grand Ditch Road. We've got maybe a half mile left. Not too bad. Man, that hike wouldn't be that difficult if it wasn't for that last part going up the rocks. That just puts it on a whole new level. Yeah, that was like doing a mountain and a lake. And we have finally made it back to Hell's Hip Pocket. And that took us about 2.5 hours from the summit. Woo! That road got a little long. Yes. And then as soon as we get back down in the shade, we're taking another break. We're stopping here for our break. I'm getting a drink of water. And this water right here is super cold. And this is probably one of the most awesome spots we've ever sat at. And we have just made it back up that one little incline section to this lookout. That's looking over at Jackstraw Mountain. And that's just a really wide mountain. Look at how big that thing is. We're almost back to the very first trail split. And I can confirm that this hike is 7 miles in each direction. For sure. My GPS says it. When you look at the distance on the GPS of the route, it is super long. So I'm saying 7 miles for sure. I think the book got it right. Okay. We're gonna hook it around to the right for another half mile, back down to the Colorado River Trailhead. And I cannot wait to sit down in my new ride. All right, and we're back. It's just now 4:40, which means that took 4 hours and 10 minutes to come down. It took just over 5 hours to get up. And that was a long hike. Wow. Another 14er in the books. All right, Lake of Clouds. Boom. Got it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that hike. Until the next one, y'all. Peace.